Right off the top, we start with breaking news. A Morris Middle School student has passed away and their death is now under investigation. The circumstances surrounding the student's death have not been released, but Morris Middle School says the investigation is being led by Huntsville police. They say the incident happened off school campus yesterday. Fox 54 will provide updates as more information becomes available. We also have our attention on the sky tonight ahead of tonight's high school playoff games. We've been under tornado watch this afternoon and into the evening. And here's a look at what it looked like earlier today. Those clouds looming over, quite different than what we've seen throughout the week. Let's turn our attention to Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, how will this impact the rest of our evening?
Yeah, that kind of depends on your location this evening across the Tennessee Valley. If you're going to be sitting south of the river, little to no impact on your evening. North of the river, we're talking about the potential for some showers and thunderstorms to move into the area over the next couple of hours. Tornado watch remains in effect for Giles and Lincoln counties up in southern Middle Tennessee, and then Lauderdale, Limestone, Madison, and Jackson counties in North Alabama until 10 o'clock. So about another 4 hours on that. Now, despite the fact that a tornado watch is in effect for part of the area, it is really important to understand that if showers and thunderstorms develop across the Tennessee Valley, the biggest concerns are going to remain the threat for heavy rain, gusty winds, with a tornado threat being incredibly low. Right now, radar picking up on not a single drop of rain this evening across the Tennessee Valley, proving to be quiet. You've got to head north up into Middle Tennessee, just to the south of Nashville, before you find any thunderstorm activity. And right now, this activity is rather unimpressive. Yeah, we're talking about a lot of lightning, but we're not looking at any severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's a little bit of good news. And then you kind of look at this area just to the west of Columbia. Here's I-40, so we're looking south of I-40. There is nothing going on here. We're going to be watching this area of nothingness for a little bit of development over the next couple of hours. What ends up happening here is going to give us a really good idea of what's going to happen across the Tennessee Valley. We'll discuss it in just a bit.
Big changes coming to North Huntsville after the City Council approved a sprawling development along North Memorial Parkway, just north of Alabama A&M. According to the City of Huntsville, the development will add to an existing development near the intersection of North Memorial Parkway and State Route 255, otherwise known as the Northern Bypass Project that's been coming for years. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us the project.
Last night's City Council meeting approved a massive new development for North Huntsville, eventually bringing a total investment of almost $500 million to the area. The development, known as the North Village Town Center, is planned to encompass more than 500,000 feet of shopping center. According to the City of Huntsville's Shane Davis, it'll have about as much space as the Jones Valley Target Shopping Center in South Huntsville. Its location will be right across Memorial Parkway from the North Huntsville Food City. The city has already been working on infrastructure in the area, investing almost $100 million over the past 4 years. According to plans released by the city last night, it'll eventually include a Target and a Home Depot as initial anchors. Davis says it'll bring new restaurants, stores, and residential areas to North Huntsville. Take a listen.
It just brings a better quality of life, and I think it will spur yet more residential development because, quality of life for us is where we work and where we live, but also the convenience factor, and that's one of the things that we've struggled with in North Huntsville. That's new residential starts and be able to show that there's growth there occurring and additional infrastructure.
The first phase of construction is set to begin in the spring, with the first stores opening in 2027. Phase 2 will come right after, set to be right across the Northern Bypass. In Huntsville, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
Some very exciting news. Well, according to the City of Huntsville, the development should include department and home improvement stores, more grocery options, health and fitness centers, restaurants, and small businesses. We've learned that a Huntsville man is in custody after being accused of targeting a Texas teen online. Police say 23-year-old Tyquavian Daniel, pictured here, is accused of sexually extorting a 16-year-old over Instagram. According to authorities, he threatened to share explicit images of the teen unless more were sent. Officers arrested Daniel this morning and charged him with a sexual extortion and electronic solicitation of a child. Additional charges are possible as the investigation continues. He's held in Madison County Jail on a $30,000 bond. A Huntsville woman facing robbery charges after police say she assaulted a man with a chain lock. Huntsville police responded around 9 p.m. last night to the 3100 block of Drake Avenue, where they say 33-year-old Ashley Hubbard attacked a man with a chain lock and robbed him. The victim suffered minor injuries, and police were able to recover and return the stolen property. Hubbard was arrested a short time later and is charged with first-degree robbery. Her bond set at $60,000. And authorities are searching for the car linked to a hit and run in Sheffield last night. Tuscumbia and Sheffield police say a maroon SUV struck 60-year-old Stephen Peanut Michaels near Shoals Pharmacy on Avalon Avenue. Michaels was taken by ambulance to Keller Hospital and later airlifted here to Huntsville Hospital. The SUV reportedly continued east toward Muscle Shoals after the crash. Police are asking anyone with information or video footage to contact the Tuscumbia Police Department. That number on your screen, 256-383-3121. We've learned a Fayetteville man in custody tonight after claiming to have an explosive device strapped to his chest. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office responded last night to a call near Thornton Taylor Highway and Highway 64. Officers investigated and determined the man did not pose a legitimate threat before taking him into custody. Authorities say there was no threat to the community. A former Lauderdale County judge has been found guilty on multiple charges, including perjury and making false statements. Gil Self was convicted today on 17 of 18 charges after an 8-day trial, with jurors hearing testimony from numerous witnesses detailing allegations against him. Self, who was suspended from his judicial duties during the investigation, is awaiting sentencing, which is scheduled for next month on the 17th. The Madison Police Department is expanding their drone program thanks to a new grant. Norfolk Southern Railway awarded the department a $15,000 public safety grant to purchase new drone equipment and enhance officer training. Drones help with search and rescue, accident investigations, and monitoring large events. Police Chief Johnny Gandy says the funding strengthens a program that's already proven invaluable for first responders. And Mayor Renee Bartlett adds that partnerships like this help the city stay equipped with modern technology to protect the community. The FBI has officially opened its first counter-drone training center at Redstone Arsenal. The National Counter Unmanned Training Center, or NCUTC, will teach federal, state, and local officials how to detect and respond to drone threats. Congressman Dale Strong says the center strengthens national security and prepares law enforcement to protect millions of Americans. It will also support security planning for major events like the 2016 FIFA World Cup and 2025 Summer Olympics. Starting today, Redstone Arsenal's Fox Army Health Center is reducing services due to the ongoing government shutdown. The health center will scale back primary care and suspend all on-post radiology services, shifting non-urgent care to the TRICARE network. Pharmacy hours will change next Thursday, operating Monday through Friday through the Scripps Center, though the Scripps Center remains open all weekdays. Fox's Commander Lieutenant Colonel Deepak Matthew warns that patients should face longer waits and increased use of urgent care, or ERs. Optometry, physical therapy, and other forms of specialty services remain open. The FAA and the Department of Transportation ordered flight reductions started today. 40 major airports will have 4% fewer flights due to the ongoing air traffic controller shortage amid the government shutdown. Airports affected include Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Miami, New York, and LA. So far, more than 1,000 flights have been canceled and 4,000 delayed. Travelers advised to book backup tickets, avoid layovers, and book directly with airlines. The shortages come as controllers face missed paychecks and financial strain, causing delays and staffing challenges. U.S. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy says the reductions are meant to keep people safe while flying.
And I necessarily didn't want to give the data because some people might say, well, you're at 10%, it should be at 15%. Others might say it should be at 5%. It is not a science, it is an art that we're trying to deploy to keep people safe in the airspace. And we're trying to be, we're trying to prevent the pressure that we now see building in the system.
Huntsville International Airport stepping up to help federal workers impacted by the government shutdown. The airport collecting donations through November 12th for TSA, FAA, and customs employees. Items like non-perishable food, cleaning supplies, baby and pet products, and $10 gas cards are accepted. Donations can be dropped off Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the administrative office above baggage claim through next Wednesday. As families who utilize SNAP benefits and furloughed workers continue to struggle during the government shutdown, one Huntsville law firm wanted to lend a helping hand. Centered Law partnered with Betty Mays to give away what was originally planned to be 500 meals, but ended up being 600 meals instead. Attorney Harrison Lane with Centered Law explained why they wanted to help those impacted.
We reached out to Betty Mays and they were happy to help us do this and sort of bring the community together. We know a lot of families are struggling right now. They're having a hard time finding meals, but especially finding warm meals. We're getting cold up here. So it was nice to be able to provide these families with some kind of warm meal, something to go home with, spend time with their family, not have to worry about where at least this next meal is going to come.
Lane also thanks everyone who helped put the event together to ensure everyone went home with a warm meal. Wondered Away hosting a mobile food pantry tomorrow in Gunnersville from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Anyone can stop by Gunnersville Ministerial Alliance and receive groceries. No questions asked. Anyone can volunteer and no registration is needed. You're only asked to arrive at the donation site at 7:30 a.m. For information on food drives across the Tennessee Valley, go to FOX54.com. The Fort Payne Police Department is warning you about a phone scam going around the community. The scammers have been calling people claiming they're collecting funds for the Fallen Officers Department. Police say they are not soliciting donations for any legitimate group. Officials advise anyone who gets these calls not to provide personal information. You can report suspicious calls directly to the Fort Payne Police Department at 256-845-1414.
We have to ask for, attention from the ADOC to make changes.
An HBO documentary details Alabama prisons screening tonight in Huntsville, and our Fox 54's Gabe Glassman is there with a look. We'll take you there. And we've got your lineup of events happening this weekend in the Tennessee Valley, including some spots to get you into the holiday spirit. Stay with us. A special screening happening now in Huntsville for an HBO documentary that puts a spotlight on Alabama's prisons. The Alabama Solution exposes dismal conditions of state prisons, and Fox 54's Gabe Glassman has more about how the community is engaging with the documentary.
The Alabama Solution is an HBO documentary releasing nearly a month ago, and it exposes conditions inside Alabama state prisons. Tonight, the community is being welcomed inside this auditorium for a special screening and to engage in conversation. The documentary takes videos from inmates to expose conditions inside Alabama state prisons. I was able to speak to family members of one of the featured inmates. They say they're looking for more accountability from the Alabama Department of Corrections.
It means really opening people's eyes up to what's going on inside. People have loved ones that's incarcerated or, need to be aware of what's the conditions that they're living in.
These men are not asking to be free. They're asking to be treated like humans. That's what they're asking for. And so this film will show that, what's going on behind those doors.
It's different. It's not a good thing to see your loved ones living like that.
Family members hope the release of this film results in changes to the Alabama prison facilities. In Huntsville, Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 News.
The screening started not too long ago at 6 p.m., but the documentary is available to watch on HBO Max anytime. And it's that time. We've got your full lineup of events happening this weekend in the Tennessee Valley as we bring in the holiday season. Stay with us.
Radar looks nice and quiet for the time being, but we are talking about a tornado watch across southern Middle Tennessee and portions of North Alabama. We'll discuss exactly what that means over the next couple of hours here in just a few minutes.
Decatur City Schools is giving local senior citizens a reason to get out and cheer on students. The school system just launched a silver VIP event card offering free admission to most school events for residents 65 and older. It's a way to honor longtime community members and encourage them to support local students. To get one, seniors can stop by the central office on 4th Avenue Southeast behind Zaxby's and fill out a quick form. The card doesn't cover playoff or away games and can't be transferred. The holiday season is approaching and the Breathe Better Institute is helping spread holiday cheer by collecting new toys and clothing for local families in need. The campaign called Breathe Better, Give Better. It runs from now through December 4th and benefits Christmas for the Kids, a program organized by Kids to Love. Donations can be dropped off at the Breathe Better Institute on Governor's Drive.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
Tornado watch remains in effect for parts of the area until 10 o'clock this evening. Giles and Lincoln counties up in southern Middle Tennessee, and then Lauderdale, Limestone, Madison, and Jackson counties in North Alabama until 10 o'clock this evening. It needs to be strongly understood that despite the fact that we have a tornado watch in place across parts of the Tennessee Valley, the threat for anything tornadic over the next couple of hours remains incredibly low. If we see the development of showers and thunderstorms across the area over the next couple of hours, the biggest concern is going to remain the threat for some heavy rain, which could lead to a little bit of localized flash flooding, and then some gusty winds, wind gusts in excess of 45 or 50, locally 55 miles per hour. Radar looks nice and quiet this evening, not picking up on a single drop of rain across the Tennessee Valley. You got to head a little bit further to the north before you find some shower and thunderstorm activity. Now, this activity is definitely strong, packing a bit of a punch just to the south of Murfreesboro, right around Columbia, Tennessee, but we're not talking about any severe thunderstorm warnings here. And that is definitely a little bit of good news. There have also been 0 tornado warnings associated with this activity. We're going to kind of be watching this area to the south of I-40, where there's a whole lot of nothing going on right now. We're watching to see if anything develops in this area over the next couple of hours. Whatever ends up developing in kind of this area of nothingness over the next couple of hours will eventually push its way into the Tennessee Valley. As a matter of fact, let's run that out on Futurecast. Here we are, 7 o'clock this evening, only picking up on a couple of isolated showers. As newer model data continues to come out hour by hour, it actually continues to weaken whatever would build into the Tennessee Valley, which is definitely some good news and something that meteorologist Emily Owen and myself have kind of been talking about all week on air and online, talking about how whatever was going to move into the Tennessee Valley might not pack as big of a punch. We could get some stronger thunderstorms, 7 o'clock this evening, 8 o'clock, picking up on a little bit of activity, but this activity is somewhat mundane. Now, this activity does become more widespread as we head into the later part of the evening, early into the overnight, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. We're picking up on some more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity, but once we get to this point in the evening Friday, 10, 11 o'clock in the evening, the threat for severe weather is going to be minimal to non-existent. So what we would be talking about here as we head into the early hours of Saturday morning is just going to end up being a little bit of rain. That activity gets out of here somewhat quickly. Through the later part of Saturday morning, we actually begin to lose a lot of the cloud cover, and I think we're going to get to enjoy some sunshine before another cold front moves through Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. That cold front is going to bring the coldest air of the season to the Tennessee Valley. It is effectively going to end the growing season. Let's play that cold front through. Here comes that cold front through the later part of Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Wind's going to change direction somewhat dramatically under the control of an area of high pressure across the upper Midwest. That's going to bring in some insanely cold air. That'll be most noticed in the mornings. Look at that Monday and Tuesday morning. We're talking about temperatures in the mid-20s. With that in mind, we're going to go with the FOX54 Weather Impact Alert Day as we head into your Monday, just because I think numbers like this for the kids at the bus stop Monday morning are going to come as a bit of a shock. 28 at 7, 31 by 8, 33 degrees by the time we get to 9 a.m. Plenty of sunshine, but that sunshine is going to be incredibly deceiving. And that's not even necessarily going to be the biggest problem. We're going to be just a touch on the breezy end of the spectrum. So we're going to be talking about wind chill values in the upper teens and lower 20s, hence the FOX54 Weather Impact Alert Day on Monday. Monday, we only climb into the lower 40s, got a high right around 41 degrees. Saturday afternoon, though, actually going to be quite nice, 75, 55 on Sunday. Sunday's not going to be a great day. It's going to progressively get colder and colder. Veterans Day actually looks decent, chilly, yes, but decent with plenty of sunshine. We're back into the 60s Wednesday through Friday of next week.
It's Friday, and Fox 54 is going to show you what's happening this weekend. The Winter Green Holiday Market takes place tomorrow at the Huntsville Botanical Garden from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The event will feature handmade gifts, art, and seasonal goodies from local and regional artisans. Then out in Arab, Growing Wild Events is hosting the inaugural Feelin' Groovy Festival tomorrow. That's from noon to 7. You and the family can play games, hear good music, buy goods from local vendors, and also enjoy food. That event is free and celebrates the groovy peace and community era. Guests are encouraged to dress in late 60s and early 70s style. And then on Sunday from 11 to 4 p.m., shoppers can visit more than 150 local vendors, hear live music, and enjoy good food at the holiday market at Mid-City. That event also free, and here's the best part. You can visit Santa and other characters throughout the day. Organizers say to bring cash to make purchases. If none of this is your style, you can check out what else is happening this weekend on fox54.com. What's going on with sports, Nick?
Nothing is as exciting as Santa Claus coming to town, I'll tell you that. But pretty cool, the Lady Bulldogs are hosting a top 25 team tonight at Alabama A&M. We'll hear from head coach Dawn Thornton next in sports.
FOX54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Good evening and welcome into sports. The Alabama A&M Lady Bulldogs off to a solid start with a record-tying win in their season opener on Wednesday night. But now the competition turns up a bit as the Lady Bulldogs prepare for their next opponent. As tonight, 12th-ranked Ole Miss will make their first ever appearance at the Event Center for a little SEC versus SWAC action. This is the second straight season that A&M is hosting an SEC program. Last year they hosted Alabama. Coach Thornton is excited about the opportunity that the team will get tonight.
Playing a top-ranked team, playing an SEC team, a P4 team, you know, those are great opportunities for you to really see where you are early in the season. And being able to play one at home kind of gives you a little bit more comfort, just knowing that, you know, you're familiar with the court, your fans are here behind you, so you play with just a little bit more confidence. Ole Miss, Coach Joe and I are dear friends. I'm going to try my best not to look down at her. I know she's watching because she's always watching everything, but she's done a phenomenal job. And like I told, you know, a few other people, Power 4 schools, P4 schools, SEC schools, they don't just show up at HBCU campuses going to play. And, you know, Coach Joe has done a really great job of really embracing what we do at HBCU. She's a product of an HBCU. She has her master's degrees from Arkansas Pine Bluff. So, you know, I was like, listen, but we fancy over here. So I want you to come over here to the event center, bring your girls down, and let's have a good time and let's put on a great game.
Tip-off tonight set for about 33 minutes from now, 7 p.m. You can stream the game live on SWAC TV. And that'll do it for sports at 6 o'clock. Our first-round episode of the playoffs for First Down Friday night airs at 10 here on Fox 54 Plus, and after the game over on Fox 54 News. Kanisha?
All right, it's that time again. The stands are posting and the Grammy debates are already in full swing. You just heard there, Kendrick Lamar leads the pack with 9 nominations, including Album, Song, and Record of the Year. The Espresso Queen, Sabrina Carpenter, is back in the mix alongside Super Bowl headliner Bad Bunny. And here's what the stands love. The Wicked duo, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, scored a nod for Best Pop Duo and Group Performance with Defying Gravity ahead of the film's release. So I did see the nominations for the Grammys next year, and they seem pretty fair. It seems like some very tough contenders there.
I'm going to bet Jordan did not look at those nominations.
Nor did I even know the nominations were coming out.
You didn't get the push notification yesterday? That was like every news outlet had a push notification.
Nah.
The question is, do you even watch the Grammys?
If somebody that I actually enjoy is performing, I will turn them on.
What is the chances of someone you actually enjoy performing at the Grammys in 2025?
At this stage in music, it's not very
Almost
high.
0%.
Yeah, basically. One last look at the weather. Still talking about the tornado watch that's in effect until 10 o'clock this evening. Understand that this is a very conditional threat for severe weather. And if severe weather actually does develop across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee, the biggest concerns remain the threat for some heavy rain and some gusty winds. The threat for anything tornadic is incredibly low. We're still not talking about anything across the Tennessee Valley. We're watching activity a little bit further to the north, though, to see how that continues to act and develop over the next hour and a half. I'll continue to provide updates for you over on my Facebook page, Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman.
All right, thanks for watching. And again, be sure to catch First Down Friday night on Fox 54 Plus at 10 o'clock. We'll see you then.